Hello and welcome here to more Talk FCB and welcome back to the channel, guys. There is so much going on at the club right now, and of course I'm going to try and keep you updated with it all. Today we are going to be talking about the arrival of Sergi Barjuan as the Barca interim coach, but of course we're also going to be talking about that long-term successor to Ronald Koeman. It is going to be Xavi Hernandez, and I'll have all of the updates coming your way. So, let's get to it. Because indeed, at midday there on Thursday, just checking there that I have got the day right, they've all sort of blurred into one right now, but I do believe that it's Thursday. Barca there confirmed officially that Sergi Barjuan, the current Barca B coach, would indeed be stepping up to the first team in an interim role. And I just want to read you here the statement that Barca put out to confirm that news. FC Barcelona hereby announces that Sergi Barjuan, the current coach of Barca B, shall be taking provisional charge of the technical management of the senior squad. His interim position as first-team head coach shall end as soon as the club has hired a full-time head coach to replace the dismissed Ronald Koeman. So Barca there making it crystal clear that Barjuan is only going to be in charge until that long-term successor is secured and they can arrive as the new Barca coach. And the club went on to confirm that FC Barcelona president Joan Laporta shall be officially introducing Sergi Barjuan to the first team squad this afternoon before the training session at the Ciutat Esportiva, because actually Barca today pushed training back to sort of get all of this done beforehand, and then of course informed the players of exactly who's going to be taking charge of them moving forward. Barca say that Sergi Barjuan will be attending to the media tomorrow from 1 p.m. local time in the press room at the Ciutat Esportiva to discuss the game coming up, of course, against Alaves. And crucially, President Joan Laporta will also be appearing in that press conference, and I think it's going to be really good again to hear from the president. I'm sure that he's going to explain his decision there to sack Ronald Koeman, and of course by then we may have some real concrete news on exactly who is going to replace Koeman in the long term. But just before we do indeed move on to all of that news surrounding Xavi Hernandez, I just want to give you here a little bit of background knowledge on Sergi Barjuan, who of course is going to be taking charge of the team certainly this weekend at the very, very least. He's a former Barcelona left back. He actually spent 14 years at the club. He came right the way through the youth system there, played at all the Barca youth teams before making his way to the first team, where he did play for many, many years. And also it should be noted there that Barjuan actually coached at Barca youth level for a 2-year period there between 2009 and 2011, and that was of course during Joan Laporta's first spell as the Barca president. And of course you will remember earlier on this summer Barjuan was brought back to the club by Laporta following the sacking of Garcia Pimienta as the Barca B coach. I've got to say that even right now I still don't understand that decision. I still don't understand there why Pimienta was sacked there as the Barca B coach, but anyway, Barjuan was the man to replace him, and now on a temporary basis he is going to step up to the first team. This season, in terms of Barjuan and what he's done at Barca B, I think honestly it's been quite a mixed season on the field. Obviously Barca B have lost a lot of their very key players to the first team, which of course, let's not forget, that's the whole point of Barca B. It's there as a platform to serve the first team, and we should be using players as much as we can from those youth teams. But as you can see here, Barca B currently sits 11th in the Spanish third tier. And I think certainly here, looking at this interim appointment, what we can look at is the coming games. Like I say, Barjuan is definitely going to be in charge for that game against Alaves, and then it's going to be interesting. It all depends on how quickly here we can get Xavi confirmed at the club, bring him in of course from Qatar. We've got Alaves at the weekend, then massive game away in Ukraine against Dinamo Kiev. That is a crucial match there in our calendar. Then we got Celta Vigo away again, a trip to Balaidos, not easy at all. You've got a game against Espanyol, the derby there, and Espanyol have been good this season. And then of course, should we win that game against Dinamo, it is all going to ride on that match at the Camp Nou against Benfica. We want Xavi to come in, we want him to have time with this squad and be able to build, and of course we're all hoping that that decision can be made and confirmed as soon as possible. And indeed, right now, guys, Barca are expecting to officially announce and confirm Xavi as the new Barca coach. It's said right now to be imminent. Barca would love to announce it later on today. That may or may not happen. It may be Friday before, of course, that press conference there with Joan Laporta. That would also be very, very good news indeed. Of course, Xavi right now does have a contract at Al Sadd until 2023. But what I would say is Al Sadd have always made it very, very clear to Xavi that they would not stand in his way. Xavi throughout the years has made absolutely no secret that he wanted to go and coach Barca. It was his dream to be able to go and achieve that objective. Al Sadd have always known that. They've always known this would be a possibility. Barca will have to pay a termination fee there for Xavi's contract. Of course, you have to agree terms with Xavi himself, which are not expected to be any problem at all. And then it will be time for the grand return, for the amazing return of our legend and our maestro, Xavi Hernandez, is on his way back. And of course, guys, with regard to the outgoing Ronald Koeman, of course, it was said there that he was going to say goodbye to the squad today and indeed collect their belongings in terms of his whole coaching staff as well. And that's basically the reason why Alfred Schroeder is not going to be kept on there as that interim. Maybe he could take charge of 1 or 2 games because obviously in sacking Ronald Koeman there, his entire coaching staff has gone. And what that means is that when Xavi comes in, when we get that new coach in, they will bring all their own people too. So what we will be seeing here at Barca is a complete overhaul. It won't just be one man in, one man out. There's also been talk as well about the medical staff. Xavi may bring certain people there to overhaul that, and that is exactly what I feel we need to see. We're going to be talking much more about that in videos to come. But also a word as well on Ronald Koeman. There have been a few reports this morning in the media regarding the payoff. We all know that Ronald Koeman would be owed around 13 million euros for his termination. There may even be even more money owed there to the Dutch Federation because we're not going to extend his contract. That was a clause that was inserted by Bartomeu, and it is being widely reported that Koeman, rather unsurprisingly, is not going to accept a single euro less than he's owed. He's not going to let the club off any money at all, and he wants that payment in full. But of course, right now, we have to turn that page. We have to move on. The Koeman chapter, the Koeman era, it is very much over. For now, Sergi Barjuan will take charge of the team, but we're just waiting. The time is just passing. Ready for Xavi Hernandez's arrival, and we are going to be talking much, much more about that, of course, to come. I will see you very soon, guys. Please do make sure, like I say, you're staying right up to date on here and over on the main channel, because there is so much about to come your way. I will see you soon. For it all, let me know your thoughts down below on the appointment there of Sergi Barjuan as interim coach, and also your thoughts ahead of Xavi's arrival. I will see you soon. But until next time, as always, Visca El Barça.